The Coin Bandit YouTube channel here again, and I have $25 worth of pennies here. I'm starting to have trouble with getting penny boxes. I have a couple saved up, so I'm just going to slowly work my way through these penny boxes. I think I have enough to do one a month. Yeah, I do have enough to do one a month and get through 2026. And some banks said they could swap rolled pennies for a penny box. So one box of rolled pennies, and I can get another box with the right white rolls. So this is Lincoln Cent Album Fill, episode 20, box 36, and we have filled 71 of the 140 that this box that book can hold. Coins newer than 1959 we have filled, except for the 2026. No, they aren't making pennies anymore, so never mind. So I'm gonna bring you in for wheat pennies, and then we have one wheat penny under there and one Canadian penny. I'm going to be looking for copper, which is 1982 and older. Now, the 1982 was a split year. And their zinc, if they weigh 2.5 grams, and their copper, if they weigh 3.1. So I'll be pulling those to the side. And then, yeah. And wheat pennies are 1958 and older. I'm going to be also pulling out 2025 pennies, just because it was the last year. And we'll see where it goes from here. So I picked up this box of pennies probably about 5 months ago. So, yep. So I'm going to go and get started, and I'll bring you in with our first wheat penny find. Roll 2, and wheat penny number 1. Going to be a 1953 Denver. Make sure there's none other in the roll, so I don't have to bring you in again. And then I'll bring you in with our next wheat penny. Roll 3, and I see a back of a wheat penny there. It's kind of bent. Is that like a clip, maybe? Yeah, I think that is a clip planchet. 1949. Really? I'm looking through the phone, so yeah, I say that is a clip planchet there. That's interesting. It's so crusty, though, so I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Why is the stuff super thick? What's the backside look like? I do not know. Well, does it weigh right? 3.2 grams. So yeah, that's right. Copper pennies are 3.2 grams. I was wrong. I thought it was 3.1, but if they have wear, it can be 3.1. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next wheat penny find. Roll 10, not a wheat penny, but it is a Canadian penny that I saw. 1972. That's our first foreign. Is that a wheat penny? It is, alright. 1958 Denver. Okay, so that is wheat penny number 3. Don't think there is anything else. 1970. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next wheat penny find. Roll 11 and wheat penny number 4. So going to be a 1946. 67. I don't think there's any other wheat pennies, so I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 13. Got another foreign. It's going to be a young head in 1964. Number 2. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll number 14, and we got another foreign penny, which is going to be Canadian, and it's going to be a 1970. Don't see any wheat pennies. I'll go and bring you in with our next find. Roll 16, we got a crusty wheat penny here. It's going to be a 1941. I thought it was copper. My camera will focus. I think it's 1941 Philly. Turn my microscope. Yeah, I'd say that's a Philly. What wheat penny number is that? I think that's number 5. Yeah, that is number 5, so that was wheat penny number 5. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 17 and wheat penny number 6. Saw the back of the wheat penny there. 44 Philly. Now we're at 6, and this guy just kind of looks like it would be. It is. Kind of would look like it would be a wheat penny. 1956 Denver. So now we're at 7. So I don't think there's any more in the roll, but I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 22, and I see this 1945 Philly, Sweet Penny number 8. I don't think there's any more. Nope. Alright. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll, what is that, 23, and I see at least 2 wheat pennies, so 9 and 10. One right there, and one right there. I think I may saw one that looked like it could have been a wheat penny. 44 Philly, and a 1956 Denver. This one, no, 62 and 71. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next wheat penny find. Roll 31, and I can tell you have Canadian, 12-sided Canadian, because I can see it with the edge. 1982. Go and dump it out. I don't see any wheat pennies. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 35, and I can see a 1956 wheat penny. Is it going to be a Denver? That's number 11. Nah, 2 in 1 roll. There was none in between. Well, there has been a couple, but 1952 Phillies, number 12. I think that's it for this roll. Made a mess of the roll though. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 16, just dumped it out. And there's wheat penny number 13. We got a baker's dozen. 56 Denver. Bring you in with our next find. I just turned you guys off, and I see another wheat penny right there. 1957 Denver, so now we're at 14. So I saw that right when I looked back down. So now we have 14. You may be wondering what this white penny is. It's just a penny that's been wore down. So I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 39, and this would be wheat penny number 15. It's going to be a 1953 Denver. Bring you in with our next find. Roll 41, and wheat penny, what is that, number 16, I think? 1952 Denver. Alright. I don't see any more. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll number, what is that, 43, and wheat penny number 17, I think. 46 Denver. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 44, and wheat penny number, what is it, 18, I think. And that is going to be a 1944 Denver. I don't think there's any more in the roll. I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 47, and Canadian penny number 5. Generally I get 1 to 3 per box. This one's gave me 5. Another 1970. I don't think there's any wheat pennies in this roll. And I'll bring you in with our next find. Hopefully a couple more wheat pennies. This is roll 49, the one with the ender. We got another Canadian penny. This is what, number 6? 1993. And I did see, I think, yeah, right there. Back of a wheat penny. 54 Denver. Ooh. Something weird with the mint mark there. Huh. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm going to go ahead and look for if there's any errors on these 1954 Denvers. Could be doubling. The one looks double, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to do some research, and I'll be back in a second about that. I don't think there's any other wheat pennies in this roll. I'll bring you in. I'm going to go ahead and go through this roll and do some research on that 1954 Denver. So, see you in a second. So this is roll 50, and it looks like it could be a good roll. I see at least 3 wheat pennies. See some tops of coins that look like they could be wheat pennies. Like, yeah, that one's a wheat penny. This one's a wheat penny. We get 5 in 1 roll. Yeah, that's it, I think. Alright, let's see what we got. 41 Philly, 52 Denver, 54 Denver, 48 Denver, 1944 Philly. Alright, the other 1954 Denver, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Maybe just some postment damage. So now we have 2 dozen of wheat pennies, or 24 wheat pennies. And I'm going to bring you in with a recap on all the stuff we found. Then I'll see if we fill any spots in the book. Here's the recap. So we got 3 pounds, 1 ounce of copper. We got 30 2025 Philadelphia pennies and 1 2025 Denver. 6 Canadian pennies, 2 1959, both Denvers, and 10 2009s. I'm going to go just scan over the wheat pennies real quick. The top row is Philly, the bottom row is Denver. So you can see all the dates there. And then I'm going to put this, I think it is a clip, 1949. It's in really rough shape. I'm going to go and put it in a flip. So I'm going to see if any of these wheat pennies fill a spot in our book, and I'll bring you in after that. We did not fill any spots in our album, so thanks for watching, and happy hunting if you hunt coins, and see you in the next video.